We weren't based in France until maybe weeks later, a month, probably a month or more. There was an airfield called Dreux, D-R-E-U-X, which was about 12 miles southwest of Paris. And that was our base for quite a lengthy time when we were resupplying Patton and things of that sort. So we didn't get too into France itself, as I say, until that time. Yeah. We did drop supplies at Bastogne when they were surrounded there. Some of the groups towed in gliders for them. We just dropped our supplies in bundles. They have racks underneath the aircraft that for 6 of them that could be released, and they were parachute down. And I think we pushed some bundles out of the cargo door too. We flew without one of the what they call a jump door in place. Other resupplies, we were usually it was Patton had gone so quickly that there was no resistance. Although looking at my records, I see that a lot of the resupply missions we had were considered combat missions because we were so close to the enemy action or military action. I think I have something like 35 missions arranged as combat missions. With the 82nd Airborne, we jumped troopers on September 17th around Nijmegen in Holland. On the 18th, we flew another mission. We towed gliders in. On the 23rd, then we were supposed to do it on the 18th too, but then the weather closed in and we had to wait until the 23rd. Well, the 23rd was the mission that I wish had never happened, but we were towing gliders in, and I think it was around a town called Schindel that we got hit with flak. Pilot was killed. I got hit, but fortunately I was wearing an infantry helmet. A piece of half-inch square flak went through the infantry helmet and knocked me to the floor. And the crew chief thought he had 2 total casualties with one hand, but it just knocked me out for a second or two. Actually, I was in the at the top of the C-47 is a round plexiglass bubble, a half-size bubble called an astrodome. Was originally used for a navigator to shoot the stars, you know, and get the positions. So I was up in there waiting to signal the glider that we were towing with an Aldous lamp, give them a green lamp to cut loose. Well, I never got that because we got hit, knocked out one engine. We had a navigator on our plane because we were a lead element of 3 planes, and he gave us a heading to Liège, Belgium, and had to shut down one engine. Landed at Liège. We found out later that we had landed in a minefield. Fortunately, we didn't hit any of the mines, but they unloaded me, and I was a month getting back to the squadron, going from hospital and replacement depots and things of that sort. The pilot was killed, as I say. They eventually came and put a new engine on it and flew our plane back to our airfield in Dreux. So that was, as I say, a mission I really didn't want to be in. There were hospital buildings. And the thing that surprised me no end was that they had a bunch of Boy Scouts as litter bearers, and they spoke excellent English. you know, which I found out later that English was a second language that most of the youngsters had to learn in school. Yeah, I was in the hospital a very short time because my wound was rather superficial. It just put a dent in my skull, which I still have. But and then was the replacement depots before I finally got back. I guess it was about a month and a half before I got back to the squadron again. Immediately they gave me a rest. It was nice. We were 3 or 4 of us went together, and we got put up in hotels and were able to buy steak dinners and stuff like that. And it was a change, a big change from what you were used to in the squadron. We were all armed with 45 automatic pistols. What we did have also was, before any of these missions started, they took our photographs in civilian clothes, little 1-by-1 photos, so that they could be used to fake documents by the French or whoever. And we also carried a silk flag, which I have framed over here. I'll show you later. It was printed in the area that we would be flying as an escape mechanism. But other than that, no, what could you do? You know, you had a mission to do, and you did it, and you weren't too happy with it. You're scared a lot of times, but most of the times in our missions, we didn't really see any military action until Holland and Bastogne and things of that places of that sort. But, well, the crew was usually assigned permanently to one aircraft. We had a pilot, co-pilot, crew chief, and radio operator. Ground crew, we had an assistant crew chief, and the general crews for maintenance of the aircraft. We in France, well, I said in England we were in these Quonset huts. In France we were in tents, pyramidal tents, so 6 men to a tent, and a stove within the thing and within the tent, and it wasn't too bad. Our sleeping arrangements were a canvas cot with a sleeping bag, which was suitable. But we were there during the winter time, and I remember one time that we used to get packages from home, and in one of the packages, I remember I had a can of milk, condensed milk. So that we had one evening where it snowed, and I said, we got this can of milk, how about we make some ice cream, you know? So we went outside, scooped off the top layer of the snow and gathered some snow and made some ice cream, well, snowballs, I guess you might want to call them. But we got packages from home, and they were sacrificing what they were reading to send packages to us, which is very appreciated.